Hi everybody, it's Dr. Katie here, and what we're going to be chatting about today is a very exciting time of year, and that is summer. It's here finally, and all of the teachers and students we see are super pumped about finally having some time to be free and have fun and enjoy some nice weather up here. So this is a very exciting time of year, but it can be a little bit stressful as well for our bodies. So humans are creatures of habit. We like our schedule, we like our routine, we like to wake up and sleep and eat and do all the things in a very specific pattern. And so that is true whether you're a kiddo or a grown-up. We want to establish and maintain that. So what we're going to be talking about is how we can ease that transition between summer or school and summer and then back. Obviously, this can be applied in a few months. Not that we want to think about going back to school yet. So when it comes to transitioning from school year to summer, one of the best tips is going to be keeping a schedule. So obviously, you can play with that a little bit because it stays lighter longer and things like that. But ultimately, your child is going to be the best version of them and have the best ability to sleep, recover, but also have fun and be in a good mood if we maintain those wake up sleeping times just to allow them to, one, wind down at the end of a day, especially if we're super active, and then also feel well rested in the morning. So if we have to go off to daycare or summer camp, we're not feeling groggy and grumpy in the morning. So really maintaining those sleep schedules is going to be the big one because that's going to ground everything else. And as kids, they need sleep. That's their time to recharge their batteries as well as support all the healthy growth and development that they need to do. So by anchoring and keeping those sleep schedules in place, they can flux a little bit just depending on what's going on in your world, but definitely that's going to be a nice thing to keep stable for them transitioning from school to summer, and then obviously when we go back to school in the fall. So sleep is going to be so important in setting that in the schedule. The other one is going to be maintaining meal times. So obviously if we're at baseball practice, we have games, we have swim, all the things, still trying to maintain our breakfast, lunch, and dinner schedule also is just going to help, one, with mood. Nobody likes to be hangry. And also it's just going to make sure we have that regular routine in there for your kids as well as for your overall family's health. So allowing that schedule to be in place is going to be the first tip. The second one is going to be allowing your child to set some goals. So obviously, each grade has different goals and achievements that it's searching for your kiddo to reach before they pass to the next one. And so these goals are good. Just like adults, we like to have a goal, we get it, we get a reward, and then you move on. So same thing for your child. By setting goals, they don't need to be academic unless maybe there is something that your teacher is recommending that your child continue to work on, but it can be activities and things that are still going to help them develop their skills. So potentially maybe it is learning how to ride our bike without training wheels or swim unassisted. So the list could go on, and it can be fun. It can be things that just involve moving their bodies and learning. But obviously when we reach a skill, we feel very proud of ourselves. It's an awesome accomplishment. And it's also something that just will give them a lot of confidence and allow them to feel competent when they're playing with their peers. The second one is going to be if we have any behavioral stuff going on. So maybe we want to focus on working on not interrupting others when they're talking or listen when we first are asked to do something. So if we have a more behavioral issue going on, same thing. This is a good goal to sit down and talk to your child about. Figure out this is what we want to do and this is what we expect. And along with this, kids typically respond better with smaller rewards along the way versus one big reward at the end. So with that, if we're working on, let's say, riding our bike without training wheels, so we have a reward when we get there, and maybe by the end of the summer we've advanced that a little bit, and then we have a big water park trip, something like that at the end of the summer just to celebrate the whole goal and the activity and everything that went into it. The next one is allowing your child to know that there aren't going to be any surprises. So we see a ton of kiddos that struggle with anxiety and different stress regulation things. And something that really they struggle with is not knowing what's going to happen. So whether your child is totally normal but still gets a little bit iffy with new situations, has some social anxiety, or if we have a child that has ADHD and they need certain things to happen and they need to know about them before they can break what they're doing. We have just different kids with different needs. So allowing your child to know that there aren't any surprises. So this one obviously heralds back to having a schedule. Schedules are important, but also talk to your kid about the day. So with that, it may be a normal Monday, so you can let them know, all right, so we're gonna finish breakfast, then we're gonna get dropped off at daycare, and today at daycare you're doing X, Y, and Z. I'll pick you up, and then we have supper, and then baseball practice, and then we're going to do this before bedtime. So just giving your child a rundown of what the day should look like, and then so if there is something like a field trip at daycare, you can talk about it, you can plan for it, so your child isn't surprised and doesn't have any issues with anxiety that something in their schedule has been changed. And then the last one is going to be allowing your child to take the lead. So with this, it is okay for our kids to have a little bit of freedom in who they want to be and what they want to do. So with all the activities that our kids are doing, it's going to be a good thing to sit down, especially when the summer school schedules are coming or the sports, and talk to them and say, what do you want to do this summer? Allow them to be free and creative and kind of figure out who they are. So if we're signing up for basketball and we're super excited, that is awesome. And if it comes to being a few weeks in and we're not loving it, sit down and talk to your child and say, okay, so I understand that you're not loving basketball, but what would you like to do? So this isn't giving them the free pass to sit on their tablet all day playing Minecraft. We don't want that. Kids learn through moving and playing, and it's so good for their brain and their overall development. So we want them active and having fun. So it might be something like switching from basketball to soccer, or taking a different camp altogether. Maybe we're trying tennis or art or something of that nature. So allow them to know their options and pick and choose. And if we do have a kiddo who's really stuck on their screen time and that's what they only ever want to do, it's going to be an option to kind of barter with them. So you go outside and play for an hour with your brother. When you come back in, we can do an hour of the tablet. So with that, they're still in charge and they're dealing with you, and you're also allowing them to do what's really good for their body and their brain, but giving them a little bit of freedom too to decide what they want to do with their summer. So hopefully these tips are going to help you have a nice and easy transition into summer. And if you're looking for more tips, tricks, or you're just really wanting to help your kid have a better summer compared to last year, or you're nervous coming off of the school year, how next year is going to be looking, if you're looking for information support, we're here for you. And on June 2nd, so that's a Sunday, we are going to be having a live event. It is an ADHD and SPD workshop. It is from 5 to 7, and it's at Perlick's, and we'd love to have you there. Tickets and invite details are going to be below. We hope to see you there. Bye.